All praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS, and salutations to you all around the world that's teaching truth. Putting your lives on the line for it. And shalom to you, serious Aqua. My name is Mario Kaala, Button Gad with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. And right here, you about to see the example of Esau's folly. Um, the miseducation of Americans. What's this? Genian. The guy Sig Hamal, what the hell this name is? I don't know. Sig Hamayako too. All right, you see right here Hannibal. Now you know this is a lie. Hannibal was a Israelite, foreigner living among the people of Carthage, which are the Phoenicians, aka Canaanites. All right, and you had Israelites and Canaanites in Carthage. All right, and watch this guy say, man. We all know that's false. Job chapter 9:24. He covered the faces of the judges. All right, Hannibal was a so-called Negro man. All right, not saying that so-called Negroes don't have features like that. They do too. Right? They had their melanin though, melanin. All right, but this, come on, man. All right, and you could look at let me go right here quick. All right, up in the different you see Hannibal, how they play around it and stuff. They can't. I mean, they can't make up their mind and stuff. See, all right. You see right here, they finally got it right here. This right here. All right, this is what he most likely looked at like, and this is the History Channel. And they telling you, all right, Psalm 64, man, they own tongues fall upon themselves. All right, but the rest of these pictures, man, come on. No, that's not Hannibal. All right, it's not at all. All right, now watch this guy. Not African. Carthaginian trace their roots to Phoenicians, which are a mix of Arabs and Caucasians. That's a damn lie. All right, and that's that lie. Same thing with the Egyptians. Oh, they're their own people. They're mixing Mediterranean and this and that. All right, let's look what the world's Carthage said. What is Carthage? There you go, right there. That is Carthage. All right, and the Canaanites got kicked out of Israel. All right, when the ancestors Joshua Nun came, they spread out to where Africa. All right, which was, you know, all right, and that's what Esau teach, that Northeast Africa is separated from the rest of Africa. The land of Ham, really, a land called the land of Kumhat. The land is hot. All right, Africa came from the guy that conquered the area. Scipio Africanus. All right, and that's another thing, we don't call ourselves Africans because we are Israelites, Shemitic descent. Also, you call yourself after a Edomite. All right, and that's one thing our people just can't get through their head, man, because they've been so brainwashed by Esau, purposely miseducation, man. All right, to big himself up, to make it seem like he's all that when he's nothing, man. Esau just the base of all men. All right, so you go right here, Genesis chapter 10. All right, and what it says, Genesis chapter 10, verse 6, it said, the sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan, the sons of Cush, Syria, Havilah, Septaramas, Sabetcha, the sons of Ramas, Seba, Dedan. All right, so the son of Cush. All right, so we're going to go down to, where is it? Sons of Ham, I want to go to Canaan, sons, hold on. All right, so here you go right here. And Canaan begat Sidon. Sidon was a city over there. His firstborn half, the Jebusite, the Amorite, the Girgasite, the Hittite, the Archite, the Sinite. All right, you can see it right here. All right, and another thing they do, they're telling themselves, they'll fall themselves upon their own sword. They applied the curse of Canaan to our people, the Israelites. All right, particularly the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Judah is so-called Negroes, Benjamin is so-called West Indians, the Jamaicans, Trinidad, etc., and Levi so-called Haitians. All right. And you see how they conflict themselves and they tell on themselves that they're telling a lie. All right. You see right here the curse of Ham. It's really the curse. They put a actual place on Ham, Canaan. All right. You can see right here how they telling themselves. It says right here, the story original purpose may have been to justify the subjection of Canaanite people to the Israelites, but in later centuries, the narrative was interpreted by some Christians and Muslims and Jews as an example. We're talking about Jews, not talking about our ancestors, who are the real Jews, the Israelites. It's talking about these the people in the little hats. All right, 48s or the Levant. All right, as explanation for black skin, as well as justification for slavery of black people. All right. And see how they tell themselves. Similar Latter-day Saint movement used the curse of Ham to prevent the ordination of black men to his priesthood. All right. All right. So, which is it? Is Ham dark skinned or is he people pale skin and flesh and blood showing to get off a red color, man? All right. Now, why would they apply the curse of Ham to another dark-skinned people should matter sit? Because the original Canaanites, the Carthage, the Phoenicians, were a melanated, dark-skinned, so-called black people. And you had Israelites, you had another group of dark-skinned black people that lived among them, the Israelites. All right, get out of here, man. All right, Zalman Bible is Ham, the progenitor of the dark race of the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Canaanites, Punt, etc. And it says what? Not the Negroes. All right. Let's go right here. It says right here, page 106 from Babylon Timber 2. It says what? The Hebrew-speaking Phoenician Canaanites established a greater city, Carthage, at Tunis in North Gad. All the Canaanites were black people, meaning the melanated, dark brown people, right, or brown-skinned people, various shades of brown. All right, hold on. It says right here, 107, we should forget the Israelites have been engaged in commercial enterprise activity migration since Solomon treated Phoenicians. The Phoenicians established their metropolitan Carthage in the 9th century BC. Even they conquered the neighboring tribes from Libya to Atlantic Ocean, dismantling their Hebrew Phoenician language and culture in every direction. The Hebrew Phoenician language and culture were invigorated and strengthened by the deportation and migration of energetic black Hebrews from Palestine, right? Ptolemy Soter of Egypt conquered Syria and Phoenicia, deporting more than 100,000 Hebrews. The Persian king Cambyses had previously sanctioned the colonization of Hebrews in Egypt during the wars of Maccabees. All right, you read that in the Apocrypha, First Maccabees. All right, it's important to have the Apocrypha book or the 1611 King James Bible because it tells the full history. All right. It tells the history of the Maccabees, the first people. We now celebrate Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights. All right, and it's all about, and it really condemns the Idumeans, so-called Caucasian people, until they downfall. And it also tells you the Apocrypha. Within the Book of Maccabees, it tells you who the origin of the Gentiles, which are Israelites, that cook on Greco-Roman customs. All right, and that's why Esau took that book out. All right, it says right here. It said the Persian king Cambyses had previously sanctioned the colonization of Hebrew in Egypt during the wars of Maccabees. Thousands of Hebrews became slaves and exiled. Ptolemy Lathyrus captured 10,000 slaves from the region of the Sea of Galilee. The kings of Egypt. That's how I pronounce this. All right, Semitic the first and Semitic the second used Israelite garrison on the Egyptian border near Libya. The wars with the Rome compelled hundreds and thousands more to escape to North Africa. All right. During the Punic Wars and after North Africa contained a large Hebrew population, this Hebrew population made converts and intermarried with the Canaanites and native Africans. They obtained a dark skin. The Israelites, all right? And that's how Hannibal came along, all right, because his ancestors like that came into Carthage, lived among no people. It said there are evident Carthage possessed a high priesthood. The ceremony of sacrifice was similar to a ritual found in the book of Leviticus. According to some inscriptions, the Hebrew tribes of Asher, Zebulun, and Carthage from the foundation of the city. At the ruins of Carthage was evacuated, meaning scripture containing many Hebrew names such as Joab, Joas, and Joel. All right. All right, Joel be I believe, I'm mistaken, Yawala. All right, so this page one from Babylon 10 but 2. All right. You can see right high priesthood, sacrifice similar to rituals found in the book of Leviticus. All right. As you know, man. All right. And one of the brothers had broken down a long time ago, like years ago, that Hannibal's Levite. All right. So let's see what else this guy spewing out, man. That's false, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and so I got this. Hold on. So I won't forget this. You see the ancient Jews. See right here the icon paint. This from I believe Damascus, Syria. You can see right there, they got Moses and Aaron. You see the Israelites in the background army, brown skinned people, man. All right, melanated people. That's it. Hold on. Moses. That's it. I'm lost it, but it's all right. Y'all got the point. Get them out of there, man. I'm seeing these opportunities. All right, so you go to the Canaanites, Phoenicians. You can look at their gods, look at their so-called black people. All right, they're gonna fashion the gods to look after them. Right. See him throwing up that fist, right on. But that's where it comes from, Canaan and Egypt, right on. All right. Let's see right here again. And having that wide nose and stuff. All right. And you Edomites, you envious for our dark skin and all that, but your mind, you made to be wicked. You spread a lie, you make something wide nose, big lips, something evil, man, but you detest it, man. All right. You wake up dark skin with a wide nose and coarse hair, man, you have a heart attack. Some of you. All right. All right. You'll lose all their privileges. All right. So let's play this. What else are you gonna say? All right. Hope this come back on there. This madness. Let me get back to him. Right.
First off, Hannibal was a general, not a king. And he's Carthaginian, not African. Carthaginian trace their roots to Phoenicians, which are a mix of Arabs and Caucasians. He's of Middle Eastern descent. He was also only in Italy for 15 years. Carthaginian forces were getting fucking smoked in Hispania by Rome.
All right, you look at the comments. Well, it's true. A lot of Lebanese Canaanites mixed among the Ishmaelites who've been enlightened by messing with Esau. All right. Right? And that's another thing they don't tell. The scholars like to hide that the reason why some of people in North Africa and so-called Middle East got light-skinned is that they had Edomite concubines, right, and Edomite slaves up in there. Idumean slaves and Idumean concubines. Right? It said Phoenicians are not a mix between Arabs and Caucasian. They're native in the people civilization. Okay, that's right. All right, they're right. The Phoenicians were Canaanites, yeah, Israelites live among. There was some melanated people. All right, that's right. He said, "Let them is now it is right because all the mixture happened." Yep, you telling the truth, man. All right, no, he wasn't. You ever seen him in the corner clearly show black guy running in the North Country but Phoenician colonizers? He does he telling lies. All right. You gonna try this guy don't know history itself, man. Come on, bro. This 357 your white Facebook. Everybody cursing people, cursing them out. Yep. Yeah, he did. Hannibal did put a fear to Romans, man. All right. Yeah, yep. Cartoon Africa. Yeah, he's right, man. Look at this right here. Yes, teach this, done at how history played out school. You American. A lot of you Americans stupid, man. All right, so let's play the rest.
No reinforcements for him. He was a great tactician, and he held that area. So Rome said, we're going to go fuck Carthage up. Force this
Excuse the language. All right.
motherfucker to go back and get his ass whooped in his hometown. 15 years doesn't change the ethnicity of a country. Now, if we talked about Sicily, who were
You could accomplish a lot of things in 15 years, man. All right, 15 years and everything. All right, you can pop some women down there, make a few of them dark skinned, and then they descendants and stuff like that. That's nothing, man. You can change a lot in 15 years. Change a lot, man. All right, because one time this so-called Italian has insulted he assaulted somebody. I think my father said he witnessed another man tell him that what about Hannibal came down? He brought a Hannibal. Then the Italian guy hang his head low in shame, man, because he knew it was the truth. All right, so right here.
for a much longer time by the Moors, etc., then you would have an argument. And there's your deal.
All right. So there it goes. So I think in another video he talking about the Italians, how I wish I could get it. Let me see which one this say. Watch on there. I think another video he said the Italians when he was claiming because
Well, this being the homies, and this is you and your homies. This me and
all right. Let me see.
top 3 reasons why you should break up with.
I could have sworn that video was longer because he talked about the people of Italy, talking about Gotti sided with the Aryan Brotherhood in jail, but it still don't change the history of Italy, man. All right, I could have sworn that video was there more info on there. All right, but anyway, and you can see matter of fact. Right here on the book, Nature Has No Color, it said the early known native Italy were Negroes, as said the mixing of the baseline Latin race Negro. Yeah, remember Japhet was there first. Japhet, the brown skinned people. Today they are the descendants of the Polynesians, the Hawaiians and Tongans and Samoans. All right. It said D. Wilson based on observation earliest Etruscan pottery referred to well-known example of Etruscan vases molded in the form of the Negroes' heads and Greek pottery painted with the same characteristic features and woolly hair. All right, when the Romans came in there, they took all their land. The people of Italy ran the original Italians and Romans out of there, and slowly pushed them out of there, or assimilated them. All right, pushed them up out of there, man. They ran to was like they ran to Africa, then they came to the Polynesian Islands. It said, as we guard rates missing in Rome. All right, and same ain't nothing new on the sun. Same thing going on here in America. Juvenal, March, and other writers were cited in chapter 1 of Oration in order I pronounce this Carl Salafas. Okay, I had took a picture where I can't hardly see it. But anyway, flaggers at the time were mentioned, judged for the interest manifesting in miscegenation and more precise speaking, adultery and unions with Negroes must have been fairly common. Rome, like Egypt and Greece, had no doubt had no color distinctions. All right. It said people of race and color were brought to Rome, far flung province: Sudanese, Ethiopian, Egyptian, Moors, Greeks, Parthians, Gauls, Celts, Belgians, Saxons, Britons, thrown into the vast melting pot. All right, so all these were dark-skinned people, man. All right, melanated people from various lines, Shem, Ham, and Japhetic. All right, it said we find a proof of absence. All right, we find a proof of absence. All right, a color prejudice, the word. This is, I'm gonna say Niger. I can't say it the other way because they'll take it down. It says like Ethiopian crept in Roman language. They had brought from Africa. The word comes from the river Niger. Nigrate means the people from river Niger. Nai, I mean great, Jer, African river. Probably mean dark, right? So-called black, man. More to do with black than the writers. More to do with black the waters. The river have, as well to Latin for black. Some with illustrations. Romans have have bore the surname Niger or Negro, as President Niger of another Niger was counselor to the royal family, and Octavia's sister Caesar Augustus to Greece. All right. All right. So all right, so let's go here, and you can see it right here. All right, the presence, Negro presence in there, man. All right, so all Italians, one white. You see right here the coat of arms. This is from the book. Nature Has No Color. And you saw the coat of arms. It's those different families, the Italian last names and stuff, man. All right. Edomites. Idumeans, so-called white people, gonna put Negroes on the coat of arms. They families, man. All right, somebody with the heritage of Negroes. All right, Israelites, man. All right, the Moors, what they call Muliali. All right, so get right here. All right, so we'll go right here. What did Benjamin Franklin say? He says what? He said, all Africa, this from the book, The Negro Question, Part 4 by Lee Cummings. Now, I don't agree with everything he say, but this is right here. This is from Benjamin Franklin, essay 1751, subject, why increase the sons of African America, talking about the Israelites in America. It said, all Africa is black, tawny, Asian, chiefly tawny, black. In Europe, the Spaniards, French, Italians, Russians, Swedes, and Germans are what we call swarthy or tawny black complexion. All right? This is something Benjamin Franklin says, man. All right, but this purposely left out of Esau School. This is from the book. The swarthy Italian guys look like white guys, but they weren't white. When these black Italians first came to America in the late 1800s, they made the mistake of migrating to the southern states. Their favorite phrase about black Italians at the time was they weren't black and they weren't white enough to be white. The historians that studied how long it took for different immigrants to be accepted to the United States know that it took black Italians many generations to consider white enough. All right, and looking, these black Germans, Irish, Scots, Italians, all right, I started to believe they were looking at the physical feature of the original Iberians by Serapix of Europe, right? So it's dark skinned, man. It was hard, them having a hard time. They having a hard time down south. They looking like basically like light skinned Negroes, probably like they saw so-called quadroons, or Puerto Rican look. You see right here, King Emil III, Italy. The guy looked like somebody black, gray-headed grandfather, which he does. All right, you see it right here. Italians. All right. So what? If God he had alliance with the Aryan nation, and hell, Issachar, so-called Master God, had alliance with the Aryan nation up in prison, man. They don't change who they are, man. Like, get out of here, man. All right. And then so a lot of Italians, all right, have been brainwashed by the Catholic Church. All right, to hate anything that's swarthy, dark skinned, man. All right, you hear those? They're going to Mooley. All right. All right, man. So, yeah, man, Hannibal wasn't a pale face, man. That's a lie. All right, he wasn't no mixture of the Arabs and Caucasians. So-called Caucasian. All right. All right, you see they language cartridge, man. This is the language of the Canaanites and the Israelites. All right. Okay, so with that, I hope you all been edified and shalom.